Hey everyone, it's Eugene here. So today what I'm going to be doing is a quick tip with respect to Recon 3D, and that has to do with using the selfie stick to scan in an inverted position. And so what I mean is literally where you're upside down, the phone is upside down. And you might ask, well, why would I do something like that? And typically people who do this are scanning to get low on a vehicle. So maybe the vehicle is raised a bit, you want to get a little bit underneath, or maybe it's got some damage at the bottom, or it's just something underneath there where it's just more convenient to have the phone in an inverted position. Now, of course, you could take the phone, you can go down low and you can scan like this, okay? But, after a while, you're bending over like a gorilla isn't always that comfortable. So you're gonna use the selfie stick to your advantage. So here's what I've seen, sort of some things that I've seen people do. So basically, you start like this, and you would actually start in an inverted position. So you'd start Recon 3D this way, and then you would go along, you scan, and you basically follow the same approach that you normally do, which is the loop method. Go around once, twice, 3 times, and getting higher each time. Now the problem with this method though is that you have to get the phone either up this way, and of course that means the selfie stick is on the wrong side, or what you have to do is get the phone back in an upright position again because you're upside down. So the idea here is going to be, as you're scanning going around like this, okay, eventually maybe on the second loop you're going to go up a little bit higher, and you're going to start tilting the phone a little bit like this, and then kind of as you come around you're slowly going to get around and get upright. Okay, so that's the idea, but it can be a little bit tricky, and one thing you really have to avoid is making a quick turn. Okay, so if you do something like this where you're just kind of scanning and then you just go quickly upright, it's going to cause a problem, and it may just cause a failure with the scan. And I think a lot of it just has to do with quick rotations around the axis of the phone, screws some things up with respect to recording its motion. Now, another tip that I want to give you here is that you can use the inverted position, but you can have the phone right side up. So let me explain. This particular adapter, if I loosen it, what I can do is I can do something like this. You see, I can just loosen it and I can move the selfie stick in different positions. Now, this particular adapter is a newer adapter, and it sort of has like some preset positions. So as I move it, it finds a spot and it kind of just sits there. So what I could do is I could actually start scanning down this way. Now, you can see I've got my Canadian hockey stick style here, so no slap shots, so you're going to lose your phone. But there's a couple of ways you can do this. So one is this way, and you'll notice that if I start like this, I got a little bit of a problem. It's getting very close to the sensor there. Even if I go like this, it's sort of blocking the sensor. It's not the best. So I could go down like this, but now I'm in this sort of inverted position again. So I think what I want to do is go this way. And if I go this way, like that, I would actually scan like this, and I could start at a low position. So the technique would be, instead of having the phone upside down, have it right side up, but just have it low to the ground. And so I could move like this, I can get down really low, I can go all the way around, do what I need to do. And then what happens is, when I want to go up to a higher position, I'm actually going to grab the phone, okay, just like this, and I keep scanning it, and I have my right hand sort of guide the phone, but with my left hand I can move the selfie stick around and find the next position. So I can now get it in like this, I can go around and scan this way, all the way around the vehicle, and then finally I can go all the way upright and have the phone this way and start scanning up high. So by doing it this way, where I move the selfie stick into some different positions, it means the phone is always facing the same way. It's always oriented up, and I don't need to mess around with, flipping it around, or, having to try and get the selfie stick uprighted again. And that avoids just some other issues. So that's basically it. That's the quick tip, is find yourself a good adapter that has some preset positions. It's not going to work with all phone adapters. Some of them are loose and they just flop around, but this particular one just kind of has some presets that I can move. Find a good position where you can start low like this, and then as you go around, scan low, get underneath the areas. Again, be careful not to get too close to things, right? You want to be maximizing your field of view. So make sure you take a few steps back, and then as you go around, just come up a little bit higher, secure it with your right hand, start moving the selfie stick around, and eventually you'll find yourself in an upright position, and you'll be able to scan up high. And doing it this way means you're not crouching over, you're not crawling on the ground or anything like that, and you're using the selfie stick to your advantage. Okay, that's it for this tip, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.